Welcome to the NC Spin After Spin. Additional comments from our panelists just available on our website. Question to Joe Mavretic: what do you wish you'd had a chance to say but didn't get to last week?
We were talking about the Board of Governors, and I think you always ought to keep in mind two things: composition and ownership. The composition of the board is 32 members. Well, 16 of those, or half of those members, those seats ought to be dedicated to each one of the 16 universities, with that seat filled by someone who was or is on that board of
Regents or trustees?
Board of Trustees. And if you did that, if you had that kind of composition, then you'd have 16 voices from around the state. But each one of the campuses would have somebody intimately familiar with that campus, what its needs are, what its problems are. And it would also have a vote, rather than having members of those boards of trustees or other people sitting behind the University Board of Governors, kind of giving them tips and whispering in their ear. But if you had a vote on the board for each one of the 16 campuses, totally changed the operation of the board. Ownership is another thing of the board. The Board of Governors is owned by the General Assembly, by the legislative branch of government. That's not true of the K-12 system, certainly not true of the 58 community college systems. But when you get a board that is totally composed of people voted on by the General Assembly, then clearly the General Assembly is going to continue to mess around with all the members of the board, rather than having a composition that only had half of those people coming through the General Assembly. And I think we'd all be better off if we had it that way.
There's no doubt that the university system in North Carolina is our crown jewel, and having the legislature involved in it is not shocking or surprising.
Absolutely not.
Joe, thank you for your comments, and thanks for watching the After Spin. More video all during the week on ncspin.com.